This is how AI agents actually work, not as tiny digital employees, not as tireless little office ghosts eager to complete your quarterly objectives, not as a thinking machine in a tailored suit walking calmly through a classified hallway with a sealed folder and no moral hesitation. That is the aesthetic. The reality is messier. An AI agent is usually a system built around a language model that can pursue a goal by taking steps, using tools, checking results, and deciding what to do next. That is the clean version. The less clean version is this. An agent is a loop, a very confident loop. Goal, plan, act, observe, adjust, repeat. That is the machine. A normal chatbot waits for a prompt and gives a response. An agent gets an objective and tries to move through the world. Not physically, usually. No trench coat, no train station, no microfilm hidden in a cigarette case. More often it moves through software, search engines, APIs, files, calendars, databases, code runners, browsers, email systems, internal tools, the glowing bureaucratic maze where modern work goes to die. The agent starts with a goal, something like research these companies, book a meeting, analyze this document, find the bug, generate a report, update the CRM, plan the campaign. Watch the queue and notify me if something breaks. The model reads that goal inside its context window, then it decides what step should come next. Maybe it needs information, so it searches. Maybe it needs a file, so it retrieves one. Maybe it needs computation, so it runs code. Maybe it needs to take action, so it calls an API, fills a form, sends a message, or modifies a record. This is where the agent becomes different from a chatbot. It is not only generating text, it is using text to decide actions. That is the uncomfortable little upgrade. Under the hood, an agent system usually has several parts. First, the model. The model interprets the goal, reasons about the task, chooses steps, and generates instructions. Second, tools. Tools are the things the agent can use to interact with the outside world. A search tool, a database tool, a calendar tool, a code tool, a browser tool, an email tool, a file system, a payment system if someone has decided sleep is no longer important. Third, context or memory. The agent needs to keep track of what it is doing. The original goal, previous steps, tool results, mistakes, partial progress, constraints, what has already been tried. Without that, the agent is just a very articulate goldfish operating machinery. Fourth, there is the control loop. This is the heart of it. The agent chooses an action, the tool runs, the system observes the result. That result gets fed back into the model. Then the model decides the next action, again, again, again. Until the task is complete, the budget runs out, the system hits a limit, or a human finally steps in with the ancient phrase, "What the hell is it doing?" This loop is why agents are powerful. They can handle tasks that require more than one response. They can adapt when the first step does not work. They can gather information, revise plans, and keep moving. That makes them useful for research, automation, coding, customer support, operations, data analysis, and all the other places humans built workflows and then grew tired of personally surviving them. But the loop is also why agents are dangerous, because a bad answer is one thing, a bad action is another. If a chatbot misunderstands you, you get a weird paragraph. If an agent misunderstands you, it may search the wrong source, update the wrong record, email the wrong person, delete the wrong file, or proudly complete a task you absolutely did not ask for. Now the hallucination has hands. That is why real agents need guardrails, permissions, tool limits, confirmation steps, logging, human approval, good prompts, good retrieval, clear goals, narrow scopes, evaluation, fallbacks. And ideally, a system designer who has met a human before and knows how vague they can be while believing they were specific. Agents also need good tool design. The model has to know what each tool does, when to use it, what inputs it needs, and what output to expect. Bad tool descriptions create bad tool choices. Bad tool choices create bad actions. Bad actions create meetings, and no one wants that. The best agents are usually not wide-open systems allowed to do anything. They are focused, constrained, built for a domain, given the right tools, the right memory, the right permissions, and the right stopping conditions. Because autonomy is not a volume knob you turn to maximum because the demo looked cool. Autonomy is a liability you manage carefully until the machine earns more room. So how do AI agents actually work? An AI agent combines a model, tools, context, or memory, and a control loop so it can pursue a goal through multiple